Is White Lily Cookie coming to the game? Well, I don't know. But yeah, guys, I've seen the whole community just making a bunch of videos on like the White Lily Cookie coming next, beating Golden Cheese. You better not homie, Death Sisters. You know Golden Cheese is going to be next. You better make him next. So I figured I'd make my take on it, talking about whether I think White Lily's coming to the game, what could possibly be coming in the Sweet Tower of Chaos update, and basically just everything about the update in general, what I think is going to be there, what changes I think are going to be made, and are we going to get the White Lily Cookie? So stick around for the end of the video for my thoughts on White Lily. But yeah, guys, let's hop right into it now. So yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the game here. As you can see, this is where a lot of this stuff stemmed from. Here is the Sweet Tower of Chaos getting pushed back until November 30th, which is when the update is going to happen. And a lot of people are speculating Sweet Tower of Chaos equals White Lily because Dark Enchantress equals White Lily, and candies for Red Velvet or Pastry because Red Velvet or Pastry are in there. So yeah, guys, let's talk about the candies real quick. So yeah, guys, hopping into the candies, I think Pastry or Red Velvet is going to get a candy. I think that we're going to get a candy for at least one of them, if not both of them. I think seeing a candy for both would be really cool. Now, they haven't released two candies at the same time for a while now. The past two updates, right? No, the past two times they released candies, it was a solo candy update. So I think this could set a release schedule up for how they might release the candies, like two candies, one candy, two candies, so on and so forth. So I'm thinking we might actually get both the Red Velvet and Pastry candies, which would be really, really nice to see. Now, as far as if they were to release one candy, they just released the Red Velvet costume, and they normally go for the really, really underrated, underused character. So I honestly, as much as I would love to see a Red Velvet candy, I think they would probably go for a Pastry candy if they were doing a single candy, just because Pastry is underutilized. More underutilized than Red Velvet per se. So yeah, hopefully we get both candies though. I really do want to see both candies in the game. Now, as far as what the candies could do, I think for Pastry Cookie, we could see something like Pastry getting extra debuffs added on to her ability, because I think her ability is decent right now. Not to say it's good or anything by any means, but I think, like, the actual ability itself, if you add debuffs onto that, I think it could be really good, just by adding debuffs in general to it, because it already has a really high attack speed and hits all opponents. So I think maybe they could do something like Caramel Arrow, where the arrows go through each enemy and stick every enemy. I could highly see something like that to do with arrows, something like Caramel Arrow's ability with that. Because as you can see with someone like Espresso's ability already did like AoE damage, sucked enemies in a bit, and then they just added really just a little bit of extra damage and some extra debuffs to the ability, and I think that's what they're going to do with that. They'll probably give it some extra damage and give it a couple of debuffs going into that. So yeah, guys, with Red Velvet's candy, he already doesn't do very much with his skill. He only does single hit damage, grabs a cookie from the back and stuns them, which is not very much. So I can see them maybe giving him the Purple Yam treatment, because looking at Purple Yam's ability, obviously here he only has single hit damage and pushes back enemies, and with Purple Yam's candy, they gave him basically just increased stats all around the board for the Berserker's Fury, and I think they could probably do the same for that. They might actually decrease the cooldown of his ability with this, like giving him a cooldown increase with something like that. I can see them giving him a buff, or maybe even letting the dogs play, like his chocolate warehounds play like a role into it, which would be really cool. Maybe have like summons with it. I think that could be really cool to see if maybe he summons some dogs or something to help pull enemies. Maybe pull 3 enemies at a time or something like that to the front. That would be really, really cool to see. I don't know, but I'm banking on it's going to be something to do with maybe pulling more enemies to the front and doing extra stun, maybe silencing the team. I can see him getting extra buffs as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on those. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on those candies are in the comments below though, because I would love to hear your guys' opinions on what you think the candies might do. Now, number 2 on this list, guys, is going to be the actual Sweet Tower itself. So I think the Sweet Tower is going to get a complete revamp. I think we're going to be getting more rewards from it. I think we might be getting more floors from it, increased difficulty at higher floors, because you can really just wash it now, especially for players that have played a long time. It's easy to just wash it, and with all the new cookies, I think the difficulty probably needs to be increased with a little bit higher challenge, but with more rewards, especially for the chest, maybe increase key cap or increase key production even. I think that would be really good to see if we could actually have like more keys giving out to us, and definitely more rewards too. On top of more rewards, Hopefully, with a level 70 cap, this will help new players a lot, giving more XP. Giving more XP could be absolutely huge for us. And yeah, maybe they'll make like some type of like a challenge, like multiplayer-S challenge. Whereas, you know, they have like with the BTS event, like doing certain scores will get you this. Maybe getting to a certain floor, maybe adding like infinite floors, and they get like harder and harder and harder. And whatever floor you make it to, they will like give a reward for those players that made it to the higher floors. I think that could be really cool to see. Now, I don't think that has a very high chance of happening, and just what I think could be cool with it, adding like infinite floors, whereas it gets harder and harder and harder, so, you know, it's like a ranking system based off of that. I think that could be really cool. But like I said, guys, on that too, leave your comments below. What do you think they're changing to the Sweet Tower of Chaos? And finally, guys, the moment you've been waiting for. Is White Lily Cookie coming to the game? I think that we do have a pretty high probability of actually getting this a new ancient cookie, because judging from the last release of an ancient cookie was February for Dark Cow. And looking at previous release dates of other ancient / legendary cookies, on September 2nd of 2021, I have a list here, guys. September 2nd of 2021, we got Holly Berry Cookie. November 18th of 2021, we got Frost Queen. February 24th of 2022, we got Dark Cow. And September 6th of 2022, we got Black Pearl Cookie. Now, judging from this, we had September releases for both Black Pearl and Holly, and then we had a cookie follow in November. If we can follow the same trend, I think it's pretty probable that we're going to get another ancient cookie soon. It could very likely be White Lily Cookie, just because if it's based on the Sweet Tower of Chaos. That plays into it more than Golden Cheese would. You'll rue the day, Dev Sisters. I dare you. Right now, it's September 18th, so I'm thinking in the next update we could actually get an ancient cookie. So I think there's a high probability of that happening. So as far as White Lily's skill goes, in the very beginning of the game, basically she increased crit damage for the team, and then formed lilies on enemies and did damage to them. Now, I think this ability is going to change. I think this ability is really, really dated, and I don't think this ability of just increasing the team's crit percentage would be even good right now. There's just cookies that increase the team's crit percentage already, like Macaron for PvE can be used, but Macaron does other stuff like heal the team and does damage to the enemies and gives you attack buff. It does a lot more. So I think we can see a change in White Lily's ability. I wouldn't go off the ability that was in the tutorial stage of the game. I think it's going to be a full revamp of the ability. But yeah, guys, I think we do have a pretty high chance of actually getting White Lily Cookie or Ancient. It would be a real curveball if they threw in Golden Cheese in a Tower of Chaos update. But I'm thinking we do have a high probability for this cookie. And also, I think I should just note this, right? There's been 5-month release dates for the previous ancient cookies, in between Pure Vanilla and Holly Berry, and then in between Holly Berry and Dark Cow, there was a 5-month window in between those, and August was the 5-month window for a new ancient here. So yeah, that's also another reason why I think we're getting another ancient now. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave all of your thoughts and comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think on this. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel, because only like 5% of you guys are. But yeah, guys, check us out on Twitch. We're doing a 24-hour stream probably when this video is posted. So make sure you come check us out, twitch.tv/youcan'tsee me, because we will probably be doing a 24-hour stream, because this video should come out tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I'll see everyone there if you come by. Later. Bye-bye.